Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Mostly Reading. The show where we mostly read. You know, I'm not going to read this.
Okay. I bet the site where I found the transcription of Anna Vorarlberg's diary also has a transcription of this thing about birds.
Get there. Get there. Find it. Get there, Langworth. What does this do? Is this just take me back there? There's nothing to interact with in this library except a pair of books. This man is on the... Alright, he's blocking it. Whatever. YOLO. Like, okay, so I like in these adventure games when there is a sense of mystery that is being presented to me over time.
Yeah.
Or, in a game sense, I like if there is an obstacle that I'm trying to overcome. You know what I'm doing? Wandering around. Nothing's happening.
You've got two obstacles at this point. One of them is you need $100 to pay a guy to ferry your train across a river.
That's truly the end of the hero's journey.
Please, just a moment.
And then secondly, you need to
fifth
find
cycle,
a crank.
I am
Hero
sorry to
needs
disturb you in your work,
get
sir,
$100.
This young mammothus primigenius is barely 40,000 years old. Fantastic.
A mammoth disingenuous.
yes, probably.
What do you mean, probably?
I don't know.
I'm a lawyer.
Okay.
No.
Can I?
What can do for
I
you,
am
my
not
dear
reading a
child?
walkthrough for this game. That's not what I'm doing. But I just wanna point
to
out.
tell you the truth, I don't know very much about mammoths.
It's divided
and I'm
into
not here as a
chapters.
student. In fact,
The first
I'm a
chapter
lawyer.
is
It's all right. Nobody's
Valadeline.
perfect all the same.
The
study of
second
Pleistocene
chapter
period
is
I'm sure
Barstadt,
it is.
and
But
then
I'm
there are
sorry to
4
say
more
my
chapters
current
after
mission
that.
Is totally
Are
monopolizing
you
my
fucking
time.
kidding me?
Another time,
No.
maybe.
How do you know
Well,
that?
that's what they
You
all
said you're
say.
not reading a
But
thing.
Anyway, let me present myself.
Um,
I'm Cornelius Pons,
Psychic Impulses?
Emeritus Professor and Lecturer at the University of Barrockstadt.
Because if you're reading
Say
clues,
I'm
we have to
head of
ban
the
you.
Department of Paleozoology at our university.
Kate Walker.
I take well to
Pleased to meet
being
you.
banned.
Wait, hold on one second. I'm talking to this guy who will not help us at all.
It wasn't
That's
really
true,
my
being banned
intention
from
to
this
stop
game is
off
like a
here, but
act of
I'll
mercy.
confess, this university is really very impressive.
Ah, indeed. There's such a tradition of learning here. And so much knowledge, a real depth of culture, intelligence, and gray matter.
Gray matter.
I served in my studies here and never left.
Actually, I'm here because I've been summoned by the rectors of the university.
Rector sounds a lot like erect, which is a penis
Made a
word.
mistake on your enrollment form.
Oh, no. I haven't come here to study. I have an important matter of inheritance to attend to. I have to find the heir.
And you hope you will find him here?
I'm not
No.
altogether sure. But you see, my train
No.
broke down coming into
No,
Barrockstadt
definitely
station.
not. No, he's
In
not
that
here,
case, my
Kate.
dear, you must come to one of my lectures. Here's a
I'm one-dimensional. I'm a
know
professor.
what the
Aren't people
provost
just
is
students
for?
and professors?
The Probo-Whatian?
You see? There are gaps in your knowledge.
You need to be taught
just
less
the way I
liberally.
This is the way I
Right.
This is my normal voice.
Allow me to give you a lecture about putting milk onto cereal if you want to eat breakfast. Yeah. Like, this is... Let's introduce ourselves.
I would have loved to study.
No age is...
Maybe.
You prefer...
I have more important...
Everyone has...
It wasn't really my intention to stop off.
Indeed.
Actually, I'm here.
Oh,
Oh, no.
and you hope
I'm not...
in that...
The...
You...
Yeah.
I feel I've lost my way a little here.
Oh, my dear child. you've chosen your-
It's a lecture of...
Yes and no.
To tell you the truth, I'm looking for Mr. Hans
dude,
Vorarlberg. He's the sole heir of a very unusual factory. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory. At last word, he was living in Syberia.
Do you know what that is?
As
Mammoth
soon as
lives
my train
there.
is ready, I'll be continuing my
Mammoth.
journey eastwards.
Kate, I appreciate you summarizing the plot of the game
Syberia.
yet again.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. That is a mammoth. That
Said
is a
what?
mammoth. Maybe we
You
should be
mentioned
interested.
a name. The person you are looking for.
Hans Vorarlberg.
Vorarlberg.
He's a famous mammothologist.
Do you know him?
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him?
You just did.
Such an
How
extraordinary,
could you?
so inventive. We shared a passion for mammoths.
For what?
and
You
he
shared a
bonded
what?
with his passion.
Jesus Christ.
Without it, I confess, I would have had little to do with an odd, ageless retard like Hans.
Whoa.
At the time, we were both students.
Just
Well, so, anyway,
casually dropped, okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
So I actually, I'm curious about the use of a word.
Oh my god. Who calls someone an ageless retard? Who does that? A professor who like seemed out of it and spacey and obsessed with mammoths? Oh, we shared a passion for mammoths. Otherwise, I would have had little to do with an odd, ageless retard like Hans. That's such an insane
Wow.
thing to say. Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay.
That is so
Shit.
funny. I'm ready to hear the rest. This guy.
It's almost worth this game.
Here we go. Here we go. Start it up.
had special permission to attend paleontology lectures. You see, he didn't really have the necessary qualifications.
Oh, I
In
get it.
exchange,
Wink, wink.
Hans did a
Nudge,
few odd
nudge.
jobs around the university.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking for.
He sounds like a
I'm
Momo.
not sure, my dear. Hans was above all questions of money and business. Just to imagine him running a factory. Perish the thought.
Perish
Can you
the
tell me a little bit
thought.
more about
Perish it.
He was always a mystery to me. He never said very much, never quite seemed to grasp what you said to him.
He was
He
just,
expressed
you know, a little,
himself
well,
through his incredible mechanical contraptions. His inventions, I admit.
How
have
can
been
I
much
describe him
appreciated
clearly to you?
The few times we really did talk, it was about his strange interest for mammoths and a doll. Some sort of doll that obsessed him.
A
so
doll, you say?
why the
Yes.
similarities between
Kept
Hans and
talking
Momo?
about it. One day he described it to me.
This is a question that I have.
Children's toy. A
They both
miniature
fell
mammoth
off a thing,
mounted by
right?
a
Did they? Did
mountain.
Momo
Lost
fall
their
off the thing?
faculties.
I
Found
forget.
it in a cave not far from
Is
his
that what
home.
happened to Momo?
The event all sounds very dramatic. His account
Hans
was slightly
Hans
confused,
was
but it
looking
awoke
in a
great
cave.
interest in me.
The very
do you
cave
mean?
I think that we went
To
to
my
at some point.
knowledge, there was only one tribe who made
Oh,
figurines
tribes.
featuring a mouth.
A
and
mouth.
That tribe is the Yukols. They
Yokels.
live in the
Yokels.
forests of Siberia.
Dude, seriously,
and
the
for them,
yokels.
The dolls constituted a sacred object, illustrating one of their central legends. How
Okay.
such a doll made the journey from the frozen Siberian north to a cave in the French Alps
One step
is
at a time.
mystery to me. Even today, it is beyond my comprehension.
Impossible
Consider
to
that Hans
imagine.
Vorarlberg was maybe making it up? You said yourself he didn't seem to have all his mental facilities.
That's not
intact.
No, my
exactly
God, that's
what
not
he said.
what I said.
That's not
What he was
necessarily
Invent this
an ageless retard, Kate
Siberia
Walker.
legend. He described it to me in exact detail. Siberia itself is a chimera that
my God.
paleontologists of the world are very fond of pursuing.
Wait, he's using a Y in Siberia.
Oh, Syberia. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Don't make
Arriving
me
in
wait.
Bergstadt is an amazing experience. I've never seen such a station.
Question mark?
You came by train?
Yes.
I have a
Yes,
theory, you
in
guys.
a kind
do
of
you want to
clockwork
know my
train with
theory?
a spring
Like to know
mechanism that
your theory, Belle.
winds down
I think that
regularly.
Momo is
You drive
Hans
a train?
Vorarlberg, and they're both
Young ladies of today
automatons.
never cease to
I think
amaze
that
me.
Hans
Oh,
is
no,
literally ageless.
I'm not the engineer.
This
the
is
train's
what I'm.
engineer is actually an automaton.
And he's Momo.
I am sorry. All this probably sounds very
Possibly.
strange.
Although, if he was Momo, wouldn't
Train
people recognize
driven
him?
by an automaton.
Like,
I
everybody
once
knew
knew a
Hans.
man long ago who could have invented such a train. It was he who designed the bandstand in the main square.
This is Hans.
To think that he was even capable of creating such a gadget.
It's Hans.
He was astounding, a true genius. But oddly, at the same time, he was
It's
also
Hans.
almost a child.
Hans.
It was as
Hans.
if his mental and physical evolution had
It's Hans.
definitively halted.
Almost
at
as
age
though
10.
He had
It
his
was
foot
Momo.
and struck his
yes.
head on a rock.
I think I can believe that. At
It's
least I'm
Hans.
beginning to.
Hans. You're just talking about Hans.
This is not mysterious, I'm just
My
annoyed.
train stopped in a peculiar aviary.
It's in a train station
Very
filled
odd.
with birds.
A lot of bird species seem to seek harbor there.
Yes, that dude Smalls. I did steal your theory, and I added to it that he's an automaton.
It was initially intended for teaching.
I think
purposes, but
maybe
these
it's your
birds
theory.
started
I don't know.
arriving from all around the world. It seems that there are still rare species breeding there and flourishing.
Are there? Can you give me an example?
Bird with peculiar habits. Let's see now. The
Amazon cuckoo.
Amazon cuckoo. That's right.
Cuckoo.
But, oh, I'm so foolish. I can't remember what was so special about it.
It pops out of a
Just that its
clock every
behavior
hour.
was very peculiar.
The
It knocks
Amazon?
eggs onto the
Where's
ground.
the Amazon? What is
What
the
the fuck is an
Amazon?
Amazon?
I'm sorry, my dear, but
That was what the book
everything
that we
in a
didn't read
lifetime.
was about.
Specialization
What?
is the key to
Yeah.
real knowledge. Why
Amazon.
don't you pay a visit
It's
to our
called
library?
Thank you very much.
it's called the Amazon book.
If I were to say
I'm
Forest
Amazoning out right
Sauvignon
now.
to you, what would you say?
Forest Sauvignon.
Let's see.
A little bit oaky.
Sauvignon. I would say it's some kind of tropical shrub, don't you think?
We are talking about the same plant then. It is a very rare
It's a
shrub
rare
with
herb.
small juicy fruits. I found a book about the Amazon, and it says that there are even Sauvignon
Oh, good. We didn't
plants
have to
growing
read
right
it.
here
Kate
in
read it
Bergstadt.
for us.
You wouldn't know where, would you?
Amazon Sauvignon plants here? No. No, I don't think there are any. Highly implausible. But you should ask the station master. He is keeper of the greenhouse at our university.
Let's
so
go ask the station
he can
master.
tell you more than
Oh,
God damn it.
thanks very much.
Hold shift. Maybe you can run.
Money.
Professor, how do I say that?
You just gonna hit him up for cash?
Sorry,
However, if we look at
Alright, I
I'll
skipped
leave
it
you-
because I want to go to the station master now. Who's ready to go to the station master? You know what's so
Me.
fun? Huge, wide open spaces where I don't make any decisions. All I do is wander around to people. And then I talk to them and I'm like, hey, sup? And they're like, you should go talk to blur, blur, blur. Here we go. Let's talk to them. Alright, let's see if...
Here we go. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. It's a phone call.
hello?
What the fuck are you doing there still?
It's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll feel a whole lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Bergstadt.
That's how I feel about this
What in
game.
God's name are you doing there?
What the shit are you doing?
Magnificent university.
Why are you in a
It
robo
would appear
train?
Hans
What the
Wahlberg
fuck
once
is
passed
going
by
on?
here, several years ago.
So
Jesus,
if he
Kate.
isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Wahlberg is still alive. For
Also,
the
I'm
time being,
literally
I'm trying to
stranded
gather
in
extra
Germany.
information from people who have known him.
There's birds.
What's your next destination?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Doesn't sound like you know too much, Kate.
I just need a bit of time, Mr.
What the
Morrison.
fuck is going on?
Yeah, well, time is what you
It sounds
ain't
like you're
got.
trapped in
Keep me
another
posted.
kind of world over there, Kate. Kind of world of automatons and a lot of bullshit going on. Sounds like you don't really know what's going on right there, Kate. You got birds and you got plants inside of buildings, and we need you in New York, Kate. Like yesterday. Yeah. Hey, look, I'm calling you from back before the mystical threshold you went here as part of your journey, and just want to say, you wrap it up, you know.
Fucking go, Kate. God damn it. Go.
Okay, wonderful. All right.
To the station master. Slowly. This game, like, I find it, like, really bad. Like,
I mean, I feel like if you were to
I'm
speedrun
sorry
this
to disturb
game,
you.
What can I do for you, miss?
it's possible it would be interesting. It's
Where
just
might I find some
all
Forest
of the shit
Sauvignon
that
plants,
isn't
please?
directly on
No
your
place
path.
around here, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about.
Poorly
That
done.
stuff's
And
from
there's-
the Amazon.
It's, and Like
You know,
there are
for
games
someone
that
who
you
knows
play and
nothing
you're like,
about the
holy
plant,
shit, there's this
you
whole
seem
world
pretty
and I
well
can
informed
explore
about
every
which
corner of it, and every
mysterious
corner is
faraway
interesting.
country it
I played
Wait,
Dragon
wait,
Age
wait,
Inquisition.
Oh, Amazon,
Wait,
Peru, Papua New Guinea. It's all the same to me.
Listen,
Well, I gotta listen to this idiot. He's leaving.
See ya.
Don't go. You know what?
Later, bro.
go.
He was being totally straight with me.
Him being a little, you know. Just 'cause it's Amazon, it don't make her ho, no. That's why the bird will fly around inside the Amazon.
I bet he's somewhere over here in this bullshit area that'll let me wander through for like 8 screens, but there's nothing going fucking on.
101 Wall Street.
I
New
played
York,
Dragon
New
Age
York.
Inquisition, and I wandered around behind a house, and there was a skeleton holding a giant wheel of cheese, and I was like, "Holy fuck! There's a story here." Like that's environmental narrative.
Can't
A
go
skeleton with a wheel of cheese?
Yeah. This is what game design is, Bill.
Sounds like a
I've
Bob
had
Dylan
too
lyric.
much to drink. My point.
Skeleton with a wheel of cheese.
My point is
Standing
that
behind
this
that cottage cheese. Maybe it was
This
cottage
game-
cheese.
It
Was it
might have been
cottage cheese?
It's cottage cheese. Yeah. This game does like all of the extraneous stuff.
Oh shit, I'm not moving. I told him to move and then I...
You ever
White and
notice how
red
nothing's
chat.
ever in the foreground? Like, just nothing? Like, everything in the foreground is useless?
Yeah, it uses that like foreground framing thing.
Yeah, and then everything interactable is 1,000 miles away. I wonder if they did that because of, like,
There's
polygon
not any
size.
interactive.
No.
I mean, that's my issue with it. Is that there's
Maybe
just,
they did that because their textures were so low res or something.
it's such a fucking empty world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for this guy. Right? I mean, okay, so here's the thing. There's university people, there's Mammoth Man, there's people in the library, and there's this guy. These are the only 4 interactable objects that exist in the world. So he ran away. I assume he's important and we have to go find him.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. So, it's really hard to find the game in this game. What happened to that building?
Where the fuck is the parallax? Wait, there's no fuck. They're too cheap for fucking parallax.
Motherfucker!
I mean, to be fair, if you contact our company and you contract us and you want parallax, we're gonna be like, that's another 3K. Look, this game, their engine doesn't allow for alpha, okay?
You know, I feel like this game sucks. I feel like this is it's a game with no mechanics, is what it is. It's like I'm.
That's why you
marching
can't
around.
get your fucking train to run. There's no mechanics.
Oh god.
Oh, well, there he fucking is. Last place I checked.
Jesus.
Station master, but I need you again.
Can't you see?
I need you tonight.
No.
Okay, let's see if we have to do anything or if he just does it.
Okay. I think I can give you a minute of my time.
It's just like a world of very
Sauvignon.
I'm
few
looking for a
and
kind of
very
little
shitty
juicy
people.
berry. You don't know where I could find some?
Juicy berry
Station doesn't
time.
have any Sauvignon berries, not even forest Sauvignon.
Funny you
Not
should
even
mention
berry
it.
Sauvignon.
That's exactly what I was looking for. Forest Sauvignon.
Sauvignon, raspberries, red currants, they're all the same to me. And we don't grow none of them here.
But you see, I
Yeah,
have
fuck
just read a very interesting book which says that the rare Sauvignon berry is actually cultivated here in the famous Baruchstadt University aviary itself.
Wow,
Oh,
if it's in
shit.
a book, then. Don't believe everything.
If it's in a book.
I don't know why, but I don't think you're telling me the truth.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I don't know.
well, my name's
I
Kate
don't wanna find
Walker,
your stupid
investigative
grave. Go
reporter.
after Professor, what's his name? Pons, the paleontologist.
But you're the master of this station, so you should know better than anyone.
Nobody tells me anything. I don't know. Go see the old guy with the fossil.
Help!
I feel like I've
Are we
lost my
dropping
way a little
frames,
here.
Sean? Might be dropping
I could
frames.
really
Yep.
do with your help.
There's
Hey,
stuff.
anything I can do, miss, you just let me know.
Fun.
The sailors on the barge wreck.
Miss,
Right.
look, lady, I'm only a
I'm looking for
Look,
funny. But you see,
well,
I don't know why.
what do you mean? I don't know.
But you're the master.
Nobody tells me anything.
I won't.
Welcome.
What
Well,
the
he's-
fuck? God damn it.
He said go talk
you
to the old
torture
guy with the fossils. Here we go!
Waterboard him? Maybe then he'll tell you something?
Maybe we can torture him. Maybe we can get some birds and we can shove them down his throat. Like, okay, so let's...
go down to the beach and do some waterboarding. Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm
Catch
dropping
a
so many
wave.
frames, man. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, guys, any of you worried about the frames? Nothing's happening. We're dropping probably...
literally nothing is going on.
Yep.
Why am I dropping so many
Do
frames?
excuse-
Something's wrong with the,
Excuse me, Professor.
something's wrong with the
Professor?
server.
Sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
You wouldn't know where the I read about it.
Try.
It's actually he who sent me to you. I thought it a little strange, but he definitely said ask the paleontologist. You're the only one here, aren't you?
Yes, yes, indeed. What a strange way to behave. Well, I think he
What a
must have
strange way to
made a mistake.
behave!
That's all. Nobody tells me anything here. Maybe you should ask the rectors. After all, they are in charge of the university.
The fuck?
All right, thanks.
What the
Damn it,
fuck?
seriously.
This game
You
is...
go to the rector center, you'd be like, look, I can't tell you anything about this. Maybe one of those dudes in the library has more information.
Oh my god. Well, like, Comcast is shitting out on me as usual. So, you know, it's a good thing. Whoops, our game is starting to crash here. It's okay, for any of you wondering what's going on, you don't need any audio at all. This game is terrible. I really hate this game. This is not a game. I'm wandering around from person to person and like, well, go talk to Henry. No, go talk to Mary Sue. Like, nothing's occurring. This is like someone who said, oh shit, they ordered a 20-hour game. We don't have enough content.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
Let's hear it.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to
What is
oneself,
wrong with these guys?
and they don't stop the world.
Nor
Sauvignon.
Are you sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt? Because I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite definite on this point. There are no Sauvignon plants
How
growing
is
in
this a
Barockstadt.
plot point?
You see, miss, the Amazon forest sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Difficult, but not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Your garden? So, there is a garden in Barockstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden hidden behind the station. But our station master would be very proud of it.
This isn't a game.
Wait. So you're telling me that there's a book that says that there's berries in this place that no one cares about. No
And
one
we
will
would be
cop
proud
up to
as
them, but
punch.
there's a
And
garden
we
that
wouldn't
says
forget the
there
role the
might be
paleontologist might play in this.
What's the paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
And it would be good wine indeed.
Oh,
Is
yes.
this, are you kidding me?
Don't worry,
And-
I have no...
Alright, I closed the game. We're never going to play it again.
Hey!
Hey, we did it!
There
Woo!
we go.
That was close. That was
Yeah,
close.
I was worried for a little while.
Oh, let me go ahead and stop the screen share.
Oh,
Let's end the meeting
fantastic.
for all. Wow, we're never going to play Syberia again. What? Okay, so I think I've been reasonably fair. and reasonably gentle. I mean, especially when I've said negative comments about games, I tend to temper that with anything, like a variety of things. We're not going to do that now. This is like one of the worst games I've ever played. In terms of how much of a tank it took. Like, I don't think it, like, that wasn't a game. It was, like, pun intended, it was a train wreck. Do you know what I'm saying?
It really ran out of steam, you know?
So,
really unwound.
So there's a number of different formulations of what a game is. What was it? Will Wright says a game is a series of meaningful choices.
Sure.
We think about the adventure game genre, which is that you have a variety of items. There's so many different items. And you have to try to figure out which one to use in which certain circumstances. Like what we just did for an hour and a half was wander around, and that was it. I don't know what the obstacle was. I don't know what the obstacle I was trying to overcome was. You know, I think about, like, say, I don't know, what was that? What was the name of the game? Gemini Rue. Where we had to get into places and we couldn't. And we did some things and boom, we did it. Gosh, I mean, this entire concept of, like, it's about obstacles Tracy Fullerton's, like, you make inconveniences in order to make a game there. There was no inconvenience. There was no obstacle we had to come over. There was no meaningful choice. We literally
We didn't even have an objective, really.
We didn't have a fucking objective. It was get $100. And as we're trying to get $100, no one wants to talk to us about Sauvignon berries. And they're like, go talk to James. So we're like, I guess, all right. We went and talked to James, and James was like, I'm not telling you anything. And then we went back to the paleontologist, and he's like, talk to the rectors. And the rectors were like, whoopsie daisies, here's everything in the most non-contextual way possible. Just boom, it's behind the entire station, and there's a garden there and all that shit. That was like... it was like infuriating, like, because we just wasted an hour and a half. No, wait, it's 9:20, almost 2 hours of time wandering around. Nothing was happening. It was basically a story being told to us, but we had to walk from page to page.
Yes.
It was
and
bad.
It wasn't really a story. It was more like a rambling
Yeah, it wasn't a story. Like,
nonsense.
what the fuck does this have to do with Hans Vorborg? It's about Sauvignon berries. How does this have anything to do with the main story? It's an arbitrary obstacle.
I think that's the problem. So I don't necessarily I don't totally agree with you on some of those points, Sean. Like I think the game is totally introducing obstacles. We have a goal. There is, like, a clear narrative. It's just the problem is there's an enormous disconnect between what we're doing in the immediate and what the game is telling us what we're supposed to be doing.
I'm
There's
so
a disconnect
glad you're
between
here
the
to
plot
temper
and the
my
narrative.
rage. Yeah, because, like, okay, so let me take my experience of, like, the first 2 days we played, which is, it was this lonely world. It was very, like, I mean, the entire graphic set was desaturated. There's not a lot of people there. There's all this machinery and these sort of lonely landscapes painted. So great, cool. There's mystery being introduced. There's these cool automatons being introduced. There's little mechanisms that we're fiddling with. And I feel like, I hope I'm not lying, I hope I'm not misremembering, which is that in the first two segments, I really liked the mystery that was being presented in the game.
Yeah.
This segment, like, was 2 hours of the diametric opposite of that. Like, I felt like at the end of the third day, it was building up towards getting to Syberia, Syberia, Hans. And we did it. And Borgstad has been, like, the most random nonsense, nothing to do with the game possible.
It's almost like they took it out of another game and just dumped it in.
Well, I mean, like, a huge part of the problem to me is that I can't remember or pronounce the names of any of the places, but the first city that we were in, like, yes, that one, feels like it was it was underpopulated. Like there weren't as many people in there as I would expect to find in like a European city of that size, or any kind of like, there weren't enough people using the infrastructure to justify that city. But there were people there, and then we go to Borstadt, and like there's even more landscape and fewer people. And the world just becomes like more and more desolate, and the narrative refuses to acknowledge or reflect that that's happening. Like, it's treating these places as though they're like real legitimate places that are normal and inhabited. And Kate, as a character, is so difficult to relate to because she doesn't act like a human being. She has like,
she feels crazy.
She feels crazy. She feels totally fucking crazy. She responds like we have knowledge as players that she refuses to acknowledge, and then she has knowledge as a character that she has no basis for. There's an inconsistency to how she interacts with the world compared to the things that we as players know. And that's just like, that drives a wedge in between the player and the character that creates a disconnect between you emotionally and the game that you're supposed to be fucking caring about.
You know, I feel like I would describe this as bad, sad, bad.
Bad, sad, bad?
What's bad, sad, bad?
Bad, sad, bad is, I believe it was Coco the gorilla that described when she was upset.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she had a pet cat that she loved very much, and when the pet kitty died, she was so overwrought, she hand signed bad, sad, bad. Which is actually tragic.
No, that's good.
But man, let me tell you, Syberia was real. Oh God, it was so disappointing. Oh God, because I was so interested in all these automatons and Hans Vorburg, who appears to be this genius, and then there's a guy who looks like he just got done doing a thigh master exercise, being like, "I run the birds in the station." And then there's a university with no one in it except skeletons and 3 guys in robes being like, "We don't get anything done, do we?" "Almost certainly not. No, we do not. No, but we are the rectors, and nobody's going to take anyone who's called a rector seriously." And then our only goal was to get $100. That's such a sad goal. That's such a nonsense goal.
The funny thing is, that's also a goal that any of us here could achieve. Like, we probably have $100 around.
Or we could find, like, we have means of acquiring $100. There's no ATMs in this world, you'll notice.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be fascinating if it was like a woman from modern New York who's stuck in this weird place with no ATMs and no cell phone. Well, she has a cell phone, though. And, like, no way to get out, but it's just, like, no, it's not that. It's just, she's like, "Oh, yeah, you know, I'm still here."
Cats make everything better.
Yeah,
There's no acknowledgement from within the game of what we as players are experiencing of it. And I mean, the thing that's really disappointing to me, I don't know Syberia, and I don't know the reputation that it has, but I had the sense that it was like well respected, and that it was considered like a game that has a strong story, that demonstrates the way that games can have strong stories. And I feel like in one sense that's true. Like it's a clever, unique world. It is demonstrating that games as a medium have the there are people within the games industry who are creative and can like create these interesting ideas, but at the same time, as a game narrative, that was fucking awful. Like it just there was it made logical sense. The game puzzles worked from a purely like, first you have to do this and then you have to do this. I've talked about like there's a narrativization of the Quest for Glory games. That's one of my favorite books, and it is literally just like, so we name the character Devon, and Devon goes and does this, and then he does this, and then he does this, and it follows like the plot of the game. And this game sort of works on that level. Like if you imagine the story of what Kate Walker does in order to accomplish all of the tasks that she needs to do, like, yeah, it hangs together. There's a sequence to it. But narratively, from the point of view of someone trying to understand what's happening, trying to make sense of it, it's fucking nonsense. It's just like, it's stuff. Like, why does Kate Walker need to get $100? Why does she care about cuckoo birds? Like, none of this relates to anything.
I think what we're going to miss out on if we don't finish the game is the last sequence in which a giant mammoth with Momo on top of it, with springs and gears falling out of his ears, and it's just covered in like cockatiel cuckoo birds, and it just like opens its mouth or brings up its trunk and just shoots, like sprays wine all over everything.
From Sauvignon berries.
Sauvignon berries for eyes.
Yeah.
And then it trumpets, and then that's Hans Vorarlberg.
Do you guys want to play this next week?
No.
All right.
No. Maybe we should do like a. One of us should maybe read the ending and just. Well, no, fuck it. People can play it on their own. I'm gonna read the ending.
Yeah. I might too.
It's gonna get Googled. Well, I mean, Bill, Sean and I have been talking a lot. Do you have any final thoughts, Bill, about this game?
I think this game would have been so much better if they hadn't just put all of the characters so far away from the camera and like so tiny, like
right.
And you could never make out their faces. We don't know what Kate Walker looked like. We don't know, like, everyone is just a blurry sort of blob with like weird silhouettes. Yeah, it's just awful. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, other than, like, I keep coming back to, like, maybe they just couldn't get textures that were acceptably okay to look at, except for when they were scaled down way the hell tiny.
And they had all those foreground objects. I mean, the foreground objects look good.
But the foreground objects were pre-rendered, right?
Yeah. Longest journey.
What about Lorabo 2, The Dagger of Amun-Ra?
Oh, fuck yes.
I've been wanting to replay that one.
Sierra, man. Let's just go back to Sierra.
We might have to. Life is Strange I can't do. I've already played that independently. GG. We'll sort something out. Until then, it will be a mystery, but we'll see you next Monday. We'll continue to do a show. Not doing a show this Friday, but we're doing one Tuesday through Thursday. My name's Day 9.
My name's Fun with Bill.
My name's Endef.
I didn't say my real name. That's weird. I'm Sean Plott.
And I'm Bill Grainer.
And I'm Sean Bouchard.
Every time you say that, it does that.
When I was a child, my teacher nicknamed me Plotnik.
Plotnik? Plotnik.
Yeah. Do you have a nickname, Bill?
Not really.
Sean?
Boobs.
Boobs?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You have a nickname, Boobs?
That was rough.
That's like a gym class nickname.
That was a rough high school year.
Jesus, holy shit, man! God, high school sucked.
High school, yeah, it's bad. You have to step on people to get higher up in the food chain. Is that that's not how food chains work? But you get
it. GG.
Batman.
Batman, I'm still burning.